From Kripala Yoga Ashram, Jai Bhagwan, I bow to the divine within you. Before we do any movements, let us get centered. Come to a comfortable seated position. Your legs crossed. Let your hands rest on your knees. Hold the spine erect. Close your eyes and begin to pay attention to your breath. Just observe it flowing in and out, the abdomen rising and falling. And begin to relax your body. Let go. Become still from within. Don't think. Just stay with your bodily sensations. Move with your awareness into your neck and shoulders, where you're holding tension and discomfort. Breathe into it and allow the inhalation to bring energy into it and the exhalation to relax and helping to let go. You have been holding on so long. Now let the movements designed to help you loosen your neck and shoulders so the energy may flow freely through it again, allowing you to regain lost flexibility. Affirm now within yourself that from now on you will be more loving to your body and paying more attention with all the movements, and that you will become free of tensions and discomfort. Slowly open your eyes. Take a deep breath in and come to a standing position. Stand in good posture. Your feet parallel to each other, hip width apart. Let the knees be soft. Tuck the buttocks under. Lift the sternum. Let the shoulders drop down and the arms loosely hanging at sides. Feel the head kind of floating on top of the neck. Make sure that your chin is in line with your shoulders. And enjoy for a few moments just standing upright, being tall from within. The breath is even and steady. With a deep inhalation, bring down your arms from behind and upward until your palms are parallel to each other overhead. And hold it for a moment. And feel that this movement is stretching your ribcage and opening yourself up, the opening under your arms. Breathe. And be relaxed and experience. Being grounded with your feet, at the same time being uplifted. Feel you're strong and balanced. Gently, on an exhalation, let now your arms float to the sides beside your body. The next movement is simply lifting your shoulders. With an inhalation, draw them up to your ears, and through your open mouth, exhale and drop them. And do it a few times. Inhale and drop it. And once more, lift, get in touch where you're holding your tension, and drop it. Try again. Inhale, lift, hold, and drop. Begin now to make circles with your shoulders, little ones and bigger ones. Your comfort level will tell you how far you can go. Move with awareness. Let the head go with it, forward and back. Opening the chest and contracting. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and widening. Just experience how this simple movement affects your neck and shoulders. Bring now your hands behind your back and interlace them, and just begin to walk around in your room. Just make slow steps forward. Keep the chest open, chin erect, and breathe in and out. Open your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. That feels good and looks good too. You're so much straighter now. And now stay where you are. Take a deep breath in, and from the hip forward, stretch your upper body parallel to the floor. Keep your arms up in the air. Hold. Let your head relax as if you were standing. And in a slow motion, be lifted up again. Feel the breath is lifting you upward. Stretch and stretch. Do the same movement once more. Take a breath in and slowly stretch forward. Feel your shoulders being squeezed together. The chest is open, the spine stretched. Good. And slowly float up. The deep, deep inhalation. Let your arms drop to the side again. Take a few deep breaths in and out and feel the effect of the movements you just did. Listen to your body. As next, we do a simple twisting of the spine, which will affect your neck and shoulders too. Begin to twist your arms from side to side, swinging around. And feel the movement affecting from the base of the spine to your neck. Your arms swinging, looking over the shoulders so your neck gets its movement. Do it playful. Enjoy the movement. The arms are just swinging around, even touching your body in its swing. So relaxed, so free in its movement. That looks really good. Swinging from side to side. And slowly, slowly, let the movement fade out and become still again. Breathe in and out, into your shoulders, into your neck. Feel how you begin to dissolve your tensions. You will love the next exercise. I presume you know how to swim in the crawling style. Let's do it now dry. Swimming in the ocean of energy. Raise your right arm overhead. Turn the face to the left arm behind and begin to move continuously forward and back. Feel it moving your shoulders, your neck, your body. You're feeling so light. You don't feel these movements while you're swimming in the water. Just enjoy it. Good. From side to side. Stretching, contracting, twisting, and moving. Stop for a moment. And now imagine you're turning over on your back. And do exactly the same movement in reverse. Your arms swing back. The head keeps on moving. Feel your shoulders, the chest, your neck. Every part of your body being involved in this simple swimming. And stop the movement. Relax. And keep on floating. Take a few deep breaths. Are you feeling effects already of the movements? Continue to breathe relaxed and deeply. In your own way, bring yourself now to a sitting position with your legs comfortably crossed. Place your hands behind your head. Bring the elbows far back as possible. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, lower your right elbow towards the right knee. If you touch, it's fine. If you don't, it's fine too. Don't strain. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, let the left elbow move down to the left knee and move up slow with your breath. Now exhale, right elbow moves to the left knee, slow and steady. Inhale up, be lifted from within. Exhale, left elbow over to the right knee. Good. And slowly up And now simply to the side. Exhaling, bring your right elbow close to your right side as if you were touching the ground. And come up slow and over to the left. Good. And lift. And now twist your upper body over to the right. Look at that elbow so your neck gets involved. And back to center and over to the left. Return, exhaling. Stretch your arms now overhead. Bring your hands into prayer position and just breathe deeply in and out. Feel the opening of your chest. Become strong and sturdy. This is called the mountain pose. Just feel yourself relaxed and yet stable. And slowly let your arms float down. Relax. Close your eyes for a moment and stay with your experience. The next movements will be light and easy, yet go into deeper areas of your neck. Simply rolling your head will have quite an effect. Drop your chin down to your chest. Feel now the stretching in the back of your neck. And lift it up and bring your head back as if your back would rest between your shoulder blades. And stretch the front. And move down to the front again. And once more back. Do it with great awareness and sensitivity. Feel grinding noises within. That is good. You are undoing. You are letting go. And now bring your chin parallel to your shoulders and turn your head over to your right. Hold it there for a moment. Relax into it and just go a little bit further, reaching your maximum stretch. That's wonderful. Return to your center. Slowly move the head over to your left, chin parallel to your shoulder. Hold, relax, and stretch just a little bit further again. Do this movement once more in your own time. Slow, steady, with awareness. Keep your face muscles relaxed. The movement is happening within your neck. And yet feel it stretching down into your shoulders. Relax. Now imagine your right ear is pulled down to your right shoulder, so the head moves in a tilt sideways. To the right, feel the stretching on the left side from the shoulder to the ear, and back to center and to the left. Don't lift your shoulders, let only the neck move, and up, and once more. Slow motion, right ear down to the right shoulder, and up, and left ear down to the left shoulder. Next, imagine now to have a pencil on the tip of your nose. And this pencil is describing a circle against the wall. So begin to rotate your head. Slow and steady. Watch your pencil. Don't drop it. A big, big circle right in front of you. 3 times in one direction and 3 times in the other. Pay attention. Relax your shoulders. And the breath flows with the movement, easy in and out. Good. Slow and steady. Come back to your center. And now push push your chin forward like a turtle coming out of the shell and snap it back a few times. That looks good. Forward and back, and forward and back, forward and back. Good. Imagine now you're saying no, no, no to someone. Just shake your head and say no, no, no. No, 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 no. But you can't do that all the time. Now please change your mind and say yes, 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 yes. Good. Now you're ready to do the full circle of your head. Drop your chin down again and really rotate it now over and over from side to side, feeling it, rotating back, and do it a little bit faster as you did before because you're so much looser now. Letting it go from side to side and change the direction. That's wonderful. Good. And now make one circle to the right and one to the left. Change after each circle. Become more fluid in your motion. You're much, much, much looser now than you did before. Good. That's it. Lift your chin up and with the back of your hand stroke the front of your neck. Just pat it gently up and down. Give yourself a lovely massage. Up and down. Stretch your chin high up. Feel it. Good. Now drop your chin down and take your hands and pat your neck beside your vertebrae. Good. Up and down. Give it a nice loving patting. And even dig with your fingertips a little bit into your shoulders. Lift those muscles up and massage it. Good. Feeling it letting go. Squeeze now the last tensions out of it. And touch your face now lovingly with both hands. Go over your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your nose, your lips. Feel the touch of the warmth of your own hands. Loving yourself. And let go of your hands. Drop them back into your lap. Close your eyes and just feel good. Relax. Relieved and released. Tucking your chin in, roll yourself now gently onto the ground and stretch out. Take a few deep breaths and check out how your body is in touch with the floor. Are your shoulders equally distributed? How are your hips? Is your right side different from your left? Just scan over your body and take note. In this position, your spine could be touching the ground fully. No bridge in your lower back. Or you may want to shake right now. Can a little mouse creep under? Or your hand? Let go. That is tension. This is the only position where your body can totally let go. Your spine can rest, be stretched out. Now we are going to work a little bit more on your shoulders to release last tensions out of it. Take hold of your elbows and raise your arms in front of you. In a slow motion, lower now your right upper arm to the floor. Come back to center and the left upper arm down to the ground. Keep this motion on several times from side to side and feel what is happening to your shoulders, to your arms. Do it in a relaxed manner. It doesn't need to be too slowly. Do it playfully, with joy. No effort or strain. Let your head now move in the same direction as your arms go, from right to right and from left to left. That's it. Head over to the right when the right arm goes down, head to the left when the left arm goes down. Now change the position of your head only. Your right arm goes down and your head turns to the left. And the opposite. Left arm down, head to the right. Is there any difference in movement? Just check for yourself which is the easiest way for you to do. Keeping the head still with your arms or in the opposite direction. Just let it go. And now rest. Drop your arms to the side for a moment and feel difference, how your shoulder blades are now in touch with the ground. Relax. As next, raise your arms towards the ceiling, high up. Drop your hands forward so your wrists are totally relaxed. And now gently lift one shoulder off the ground and drop it. And the other, lift and drop. So they kind of wrap down to the ground again. Keep on moving up and down and up and down and up and down. One after the other. And now do both together. Lift and drop it. And lift and drop. Lift and drop. Lift, drop. Be fully relaxed in it. No effort. Playful. That looks good. Up and down. Up and down. Once more. Up and down. And again, rest for a moment. Let your arms float back to the side. How does it feel now in your shoulders? Watch your breath. Let it be relaxed. Bring your hands now on your upper chest. Just touching your upper chest. And your upper arms in line with your shoulders on the ground, like wings of a bird. And begin to flap your wings up and down. Up and down. Feel the movement in your shoulders. Up and down. This movement is like oil change and lubrication for your shoulders. But there are more possibilities. Instead of up and down now, move towards your ribs and over your head with your elbows. In a different direction. That's a different up and down. There's many, many ways you never thought about. Maybe you do this the very first time in your life. Enjoy it. Up and down again. Good. Up and down. Feel the movement becoming easier. So much easier. The next possibility is now make circles with your elbows. Little ones, small, begin one after the other. And then simultaneously, little ones and bigger ones. Just loose and relaxed. No strain. No specific goal. Just letting go and playing with all different possibilities. How your arms can be moved. Good. And let go of it. Bring your arms back to the side of your body. Relax. And again feel what is changing. How do your shoulders lie now on the floor? The last movement is now simply bring your arms in a slow motion from the side of your body in a half circle overhead. Move slow motion overhead to touch the ground and back to the side of your body. Beautiful large half circles moving into the space. That's it. From the ground up, from the side of the body, down to the floor overhead. Slow and steady. And rest. Take a few deep breaths. For the next exercise, I want you to imagine you're lying in the fresh fallen snow. And you want to create the wings of an eagle right down in the fresh snow. Have your arms beside your body, palms open, and now with the backs of your hands, move in little tapping motion, inch by inch, to describe a half circle in the fresh fallen snow. And feel in the gentle movement what is happening to your shoulders. Slowly, gently, inch by inch. That looks wonderful. I can see already the beautiful marks in the snow overhead until your arms touch and your hands. And slowly return and come back. Tapping again, making a wonderful wide-winged eagle deep, deep into the snow. And relax. Take a few deep breaths. To give your shoulders now a last and deep, deep movement, roll over onto your side. On your right side, stretch both arms out in front of you in line with your shoulders. Bend your left knee and let your left foot rest on top of your right knee. Relax. One palm is on top of the other. And now slowly slide with your left palm away from your body, touching your right palm but extending over. And gently move back. Your left hand is always in touch with your right arm. Move back until your left hand reaches to the left armpit. And your head moves in the same direction. That is a movement. And return back. Your hand slides over, extending. Feel how your shoulder blades widen. Move over and over. Stretch and return. Your left hand at all times in touch with your right arm until you reach to your armpit. And move forward again. And after you have done this now 3-4 times, become playful. Speed up a little bit. Just roll. Let it become rolling forward and back. Don't forget to move your head with it. Rotate your neck. Move over and over. Good. Stretch and widen. Become really loose. Your whole spine gets a benefit from it. 2 more times. Stretch and roll and forward and back. And now rest for a moment and allow your left arm now to explore the space. In your own way, move it around from side to side, overhead, circle, exploring space. Feel muscles getting stretched, especially in your upper shoulder and your chest. And let go of all. Stretch out on your back and roll over to the other side. To do the same movement now, lying on your left side. Roll to your left. Now your right knee is above. Try to keep it on the floor. Your left hand is at the bottom and the right on top. And begin to stretch out. Your right hand reaches out way over. One hand length over the left. And go back up to the armpit and move. Stretch and glide. Good. And let the head roll with it. Feel how deep, deep this exercise gets you in letting go, relaxing, freeing you. And become playful. Do it a little bit faster, just like children do it. It's so much fun to move easy. Easy does it. And joyful. Moving over and over, and the head rolls, the shoulders get free. That's lovely. 2 more times and come to rest. And now let your right arm explore the space. Slow, steady. So many movements are possible. Be creative. Remain relaxed at all times. Let the movements become kind of playful and easy. Now you're ready to turn the tip over to the second side.
on the floor, preferably with a thick carpet, so that you can have enough support for your body on the floor, and yet you're comfortable. And lie down on your back, stretching out your legs straight out, and your arms down your side with your palms on the floor. And notice how you breathe, how much of you moves when you breathe, your chest, your belly, and very gently roll your head from side to side. Just gently see how far it goes to the right and how far it goes to the left. Just notice, without judging that it's right or it's wrong. These movement sequences are really designed so that they heighten the awareness of how you are and what changes in your body. And you go at your own pace. You don't need to compare yourself to anybody else in the class, especially if you're doing this by yourself. You just let yourself explore what happens in your own body without making it good or bad. Make sure your head is flat on the floor, that you don't have a pillow underneath your head. And notice which parts of your body touch the floor and which parts of your body do not touch the floor. Notice the back of your head, how it touches the floor, and how the back of your neck does not touch the floor, I hope. You have a nice natural curve going up your neck, and how the spine between your shoulder blades and your back touch the floor. And as you travel down your spine, notice when it stops touching the floor, usually around the middle lower back. And take one hand and just slip it in underneath that middle and lower back. And notice how much space there is under that lower back. And take your hand away and rest it again near your side with your palms down. So from the base of your head down to all the way to your pelvis, you have a wonderful part of your body called the spine. So imagine the back of your head as a circle. If you were drawing a stick figure, imagine the back of your head as a circle. Just gently close your eyes and just see that circle on the floor. And then draw a line at the base of that circle, down, down, down your spine, all the way till you get to the end, to the tailbone, to the very end of your spine. Then draw a line across your shoulders, one line across, and then a line down for the right arm, with a circle for your hand and 5 little lines for your fingers. And a line down your left arm, and a circle for your left hands and 5 little fingers. And then draw a triangle for your pelvis. At the very end of your spine, draw a triangle. 2 sides will be your hips, and the center corner will be the pubic bone, right between your legs. And then a long line for your right leg, with a circle at the end of the right leg and 5 little toes, 5 lines for the toes, and then a long line for the left leg, and a circle for the left foot, and 5 lines for your toes. And without doing anything, notice if one line on the right side, the right leg, is longer than the left, and notice if your feet are in different positions. Don't straighten them out or change them. Imagine what your feet feel like. What position are they in? So lift your head and look at your feet and notice, did you imagine the way they are, and are they really like that? Are they what you imagined? Or is it different? So part of these sequences are to help teach you that what you imagine, what you do, is really what's happening. And so your imagination and reality can come together. Now gently float the right knee up towards the ceiling and put your foot on the floor. The right knee comes up and place the right foot on the floor. And float the left knee up to the ceiling and put the left foot on the floor. And arrange it so you have some space between your feet. Comfortable space. And once again, roll your head from side to side gently and notice, did bringing up the knees and putting the feet on the floor change what happened to your head and neck? Is something different by bringing your knees up and putting your feet on the floor? Did something change in rolling your head? A lot of times if your head and neck is stiff and difficult to move, this affects your whole lower back and your whole back, and that is like one part affects another part. So we begin with learning how to let go of tensions in the head and neck. Now imagine that you have a very wonderful big beach ball, a big ball, and you take it to the beach with you. I want you to put the ball underneath, on the sand underneath your right hand. Put your right hand on top of this big ball. That's right, the big ball. Wonderful, wonderful ball. And now, if you were to roll this ball up and down on the sand, on the beach, move your hand down and up and get the feeling of how you would roll that ball, that big ball. Down towards your legs and up towards your head. Down towards your legs and up towards your head. How would you roll that big ball? How would your hand be as you roll that ball along the floor? Okay, now take your right hand, shake it out. Good, and place your whole hand, thumb and 4 fingers, across your forehead. Your palm right on your forehead. That's right. Put your hand right on your forehead. And now your head will be like that beach ball. As you slowly move the head to the left, your fingertips will leave your head, and only the middle part of your hand will be there. And then as it goes way to the left, the only thing that's left is the heel of your hand on the right side of your forehead. Now take the heel of your hand and slowly move your head towards the middle. And as it comes towards the middle, the whole palm of your hand caresses your forehead. And now as your head rolls to the right, the heel of the hand lifts off the forehead. The middle of your hand is touching and then goes all the way to the right. Just your fingertips are on your forehead. That's wonderful. Now take your fingertips and start rolling your head to the left. Through the middle, and then it rolls to the left, and just the heel of your hand. Now take the heel of your hand and begin to roll your head to the right. It's as if you're giving yourself a wonderful treatment, a wonderful movement. And do that back and forth a few times. To the left softly. and to the right. Just the way you would roll that beach ball, or roll a bottle, or roll a wooden roller. Okay, that's lovely. Now remove your right hand, shake it out, and bring it down to your side and rest it. And take your left hand and place it across your forehead. So this is in the middle position. Now, as you begin to roll your head to the right, the fingertips leave the forehead, the middle of the hand leaves the forehead, and all you're left is the heel of your hand on the left side of your forehead. Now take the heel of the hand and move your head to the middle. And then as you use your hand to move your head to the left, the heel of the hand leaves the forehead, the middle leaves the forehead, and just your fingertips. Now use your fingertips to move your head all the way to the other side. That's right. Good. Now use the heel of your hand to begin the movement to the to the left. That's it. That's lovely. Now do that back and forth to the right and to the left, rolling your head like a wonderful ball. Okay, now remove your left hand and shake your hand out and rest your left hand. And notice your breathing again. Breath. And many times we do not realize that what happens to the front of our bodies affect very much what happens to the back of our bodies. So the back of your body right now is resting on the floor. So we're going to work with the lengthening of the spine, softening the rib cage, and really learning how to use all those parts of our body in order to release our head and neck. So take your hands and interlace your fingers and slip them underneath the back of your head. So you make sure that it's the back of your head. That's right. Now, in this movement, you will not use your head and neck to do the movement. You will be using your hands and arms and elbows. So your elbows leave the floor and point up to the ceiling. Your hands lift the back of your head off the floor, and your eyes look at the space between your knees as you lift your head up off the floor, letting your ribs be soft and feeling your stomach, the muscles inside, all the layers of muscles inside your stomach begin to work in order to support the lifting of your head. And then bring your head back down again slowly. Begin to notice what happens each time you lift your head up. What happens to your rib cage? Do the ribs in front squeeze together, or do they separate, spread out? What do you feel as you lift your head off the floor? Bring your elbows towards your knees. What happens to the ribs in front of your body? What happens? Someone tell me? That's right. They come together. And what happens to the ribs against the floor as you lift your head with your arms? They spread. Okay. So do that several times. And what about your breath? Do you breathe out when you bring your head up off the floor, or do you breathe in? Try it both ways and find out which way helps you to bring your head up higher. Breathing out or breathing in. You'll discover that when you lift your head off the floor with your arms and hands and you breathe out, it will make a lot more space for you to lift your head. So you lift the back of your head, breathe out. Go ahead, let the air out. Let the air out. Then as you bring it down, you take a breath in. Fill up and take the breath in. That's right. Now as you lift your head and bring your elbows towards your center, breathe out. Good. And now let your head come back down and rest. Remove your hands from behind your head, bring them down to the side, and just rest for a moment. Stretch your legs out and notice if there's anything that has changed in your body. Just notice any differences that may have happened since you began the movements. The way you learn is to tell any differences. The minute your brain registers, your nervous system in your brain registers a difference, it means you noticed something. You were awake and you noticed something. So just roll your head from side to side and notice if anything changed. Okay, now bring your knees back up towards the ceiling with your feet on the floor. And take your right hand and slip it underneath the back of your head. Good. Now bring both your knees up towards your chest. Let the feet leave the floor and just real easy bring your knees up without lifting your buttocks off the floor. Good. And now take your left hand and put it around your left knee. So you have your right hand underneath your head and your left hand around your left knee. Now imagine how this is going to happen. Don't do it yet, just imagine it. You're going to take the right elbow, which is going to leave the floor, going to go through the air, lifting the back of your head, and you're going to point the right elbow towards the left knee and go over towards it. So now let's try it out. Take your right elbow, lift it off the floor. Take the back of your head and lift your head off the floor and go towards the left knee. Now some of you may be able to touch the right elbow to the left knee, that's okay. And some of you may just be able to point it towards the left knee and move up a little. And give your right elbow either kisses your left knee, give it a kiss, or you send a kiss to it and go back down again. Separate them out. Spread, that's right. Good. Now again, you're going to take a deep breath. Breathe in. And as you bring the elbow up towards, let the air out. As the elbow leaves the floor, goes through the air and goes to the left knee. Breathe out. And then as you go back down again, take a breath in. Oh, good. And once again, lift the right elbow off the floor, pass it through the air, lifting the back of your head with you, and go to kiss the left knee. And then go back down again. And again, slowly bring the elbow up, lift the back of your head, let the ribs become very soft, and then go towards that knee and come down again. Okay, that's phase 1 of elbow kisses the knee. Now leave everything the same. Don't change anything, but just put your right foot on the floor. That's all. Just your right foot on the floor. Okay? Now take that right elbow and the hand, pick the right elbow up, then the back of your head off the floor, and go towards the left knee again. That's right, and down again. We'll do that several times with the right foot on the floor. And each time you breathe out, every time the elbow goes towards the knee, you let the air out. And every time you come back down on the floor, take a deep breath in. Okay. Now, let your body remain in the same position. The left knee is up with the left hand around the knee. And just stretch your right leg out straight onto the floor. That's right. This is phase 3. This is the third variation. And now again, you're going to take the right elbow, lift it off the floor, lift the back of your head, and go towards the left knee. And do that several times. Each time allowing the lower back to sink into the floor. More and more sinking down into the floor. Appreciating what your stomach muscles have to do, what your ribs in the front have to do. And it's not just your back, but it's all the activity that's going on in the front. Good. And let that go. And now in the same position that you're in, bring your right knee back up towards the ceiling with your right foot on the floor. And do this one just once. The right elbow goes to kiss the left knee one time. Okay. Bring it down, and finally now, bring the right knee back up to your chest. And take the right elbow, pass it up through the air, lifting the back of your head with a long, long, long neck, lengthening your spine and going to touch the knee. And notice the difference this time. Good. Now let your feet come down to the floor. Let go of the left knee. And just let your knees be up towards the ceiling with your feet on the floor. Remove your right hand from behind your head. Place it down on the side and rest a moment. And just for your own pleasure, because this is meant to be pleasurable, notice how much the lower back is now sinking into the floor. If you take your hand and try to fit it underneath, notice what's happened. Just allowing the lower back to sink into the floor and spread and be just in contact with the floor. So the spine has a chance to release tension, to let go, and let the floor support you. Okay. Notice your breathing and roll your head from side to side and see, did anything happen to your head and neck from this movement? Okay. Now, bring both your knees back up to your chest and slip the left hand underneath your head and the right hand around your right knee. And once again, you're going to let the air out, breathing out as the left elbow leaves the floor, travels through the air to make contact with the right knee. Makes contact and then separates again. So now your left elbow goes diagonally across to go and touch the right knee. So do that several times. And allowing the left elbow to be easy as it comes over, to touch or to go in the direction. It doesn't have to touch. You know that we know that on a cold day, we get into our automobile and we know we have to warm it up. We have to warm our engine up before we take a drive. But some people think their spines are stiff and they think right away that they can just go and do any movement right away without warming up. So this is a very good way of warming up. Okay, now leave everything the same, but just put down your left foot, just your left foot, and take the left elbow and pass it through the air to go and touch the right knee. Very slowly, each time breathing out. Each time the elbow goes up in the air, takes the back of the head, and goes to touch the right knee. You let the breath out. That's right. And then back again. Take a deep breath in. And lift the back of the head. Go to touch the right knee. And back down again. Okay. And now leaving everything the same, but stretch the left leg out straight. And take the left elbow, bring it up in the air, lift the back of your head off the floor, and go to touch the knee. Very slowly. Breathing out. Just breathe out and go towards the knee. Don't push too hard. Let your spine become soft and long, and back of your neck is long, and let all the ribs in the front come together and soften. As each rib softens, so will your spine. Good. And now take the left leg and just bring the knee up towards the ceiling with the foot on the floor. Left foot on the floor, and again bring the left elbow towards the right knee. Okay, and finally bring the left knee up towards your chest the way you did in the beginning. Both knees are up to your chest, and take the left elbow and go across the air to bring the knee and the elbow towards each other. So you're kind of folding, flexing. You're flexing. And each time you bring that elbow towards the knee, you let the air out, let it all out. And then unfold again. Open, open, open. And then bring the elbow towards the knee. And then open, open, open. Good. Okay. Now take your left hand, remove it from the back of your head, and just put it around your left knee. And very tiny little soft bounces, very tiny, not hard, just a little bit. Bring your knees towards your chest, real easy, boom, 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 nice and loud, light, little light bounces. Appreciating how all the spine and everything just really moves down into the floor. Now let your feet come down to the floor with your knees up towards the ceiling. And notice how much of your spine and your back is touching the floor. Just get the whole sense of the whole back touching the floor. That's right. And roll your head from side to side. You roll it to the right and to the left. One side to the other side. That's right. And now bring your knees up to your chest again. Put your right hand on top, the right fingertips really, on top of the right knee, and your left fingertips on top of the left knee. And like a butterfly, just open and close your knees to the side. Open to the side, and then bring them together. Then open to the side, and bring them together. Do that several times. Very easy, allowing the hip joints to work and to open and to release the opening. And your, of course, knees are close to your chest as you open and close it. Now open like a butterfly. The wings of the butterfly are off to the side. Open your legs and let your feet, with your legs open, your knees open, let your feet begin to go down towards the floor. So your knees are moving down, down, down. And just before they touch, bring your knees together. Your hands are on top of each knee, the right fingertips on top of the right, the left on top of the left. And with your knees together, bring it up towards your chest. And now open, 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 open to the sides like a big circle. Go down the circle, down the circle, down the circle. Then close the circle on the bottom and make a line up in the middle of the circle towards your chest. Notice what your back does as you do this. Open, open, open. Go down, together, and come up. Good. Now do the opposite. Okay, your legs are together towards your chest, your knees are towards your chest. Go down straight, down the middle of the circle, then open at the bottom and come up the side. Up, up, up the side, and close them together. And down, open, 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 and up the side. So you make a big circle the other way. It's like a wonderful inside movement massage in your lower back. So make these circles both ways. That's nice. Okay, now let your legs go. Stretch out your legs on the floor. Let your arms rest on the side. And just notice how you feel against the floor. Again, what contact do you have against the floor? With this floor supporting you, supporting your weight. And roll your head from side to side. Okay. Now bring your knees up towards the ceiling. And let your legs and your whole body roll over to the right side. With a nice, soft, easy head and neck, roll over to the right side. And use the left hand in front of you. Bring your arm around so it's in front of you. Imagine now, how could you go from this position on the side to sitting without tightening your head and neck? What could you do to come to sitting position without tightening your jaw, your tongue, your head and neck? Really easy and soft. So experiment and come to a sitting position without making your neck and head tight. So you become really aware of how to come up off the floor without tightening your teeth, your tongue, your jaw, your face, your head. Use your hands to help you, that's right. Coming over, good. Because you really don't need your head and neck and teeth and mouth and tongue to come to sitting. When people begin to grit their mouth and their teeth, and they're going to sit up, right? I'm going to now sit up. And everything's getting good. And notice How free is your head and neck now that you're sitting? How free is your head and neck? Do you need your head and neck to sit? Your head and neck could be easy. Real easy. That's right. Now the same thing in coming to standing. And how experiment. How can you go from the sitting position you're in right now to your standing on your feet without gripping your head, neck, jaw, teeth, the whole business? And just stand for a moment. And notice that your head and neck, your head floats on top of your spine. It's balanced, poised on top of your spine. You don't have to hold your head up. It's there. And the top of the head is real easy, just light and easy. Neck is soft. And imagine how it would feel to be able to walk around in life and let your legs walk you instead of your head and neck. So, soft jaw, tongue easy, head and neck relaxed. Start walking around the room and see what it feels like. Yes, that's right. Change your direction. You start walking one way, turn another way. And see what happens to your balance. Sense and notice what happens to your balance if you let your legs do the walking. And your head is just following on top. Just following on top. That's right. Fine. Now find a comfortable place in the room and very gently come back to sitting again without tightening your head and neck. Come to sitting down. Just close your eyes. And before you finish the sequence, go through it in your imagination one more time for a moment, a quiet moment. Just let yourself imagine that you are doing the sequence of rolling your head and elbow kisses the knee. Just imagine you're doing that. And your nervous system and body will think you're doing it. That's right.